price of their history and nationality.
For the true identity of the so-called African American, so-called Haitian, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, all those people that were brought here in the transatlantic slave trade into the Western Hemisphere, our true identity is that we are the children of Israel. We are those Israelites that are mentioned from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation. See, the game that has been played on us, and this is even prophecy as it goes into how we lost our identity, is this. Our slave masters devised an elaborate scheme. In this scheme, they devised a plan that would keep us docile, that would keep us ignorant of the truth of who we are for centuries.
You look at my skin and you would think that I'm an ethnicity of Puerto Rico, but I'm not Puerto Rican. According to the scriptures, I'm Hebrew. My ancestors come from the that were affected by the Atlantic slave. But if you look, they separated, they made a division with black and Puerto Ricans are two different people, but if you look at it, black and Puerto Ricans can't even stay away from each other. We're be the same people because we, no matter what, how separate they try to make us, we still wind up coming back together. It's just, you know, that's what it is. But they use that. Oh well, you got long fine hair versus the coarse hair. They use all of our attributes to turn us against one another, not realizing that we are the same people.
We have been separated from our land, culture, history, and heritage. Yah allowed this to be done by the hand of our enemies. There has been a conspiracy in operation for a very long time. A conspiracy to wipe our minds clean of our identity.
The Book of Psalms, chapter 83, verses 1 through 4. Keep not your silence, O Yah, hold not your peace, and be not still, O Yah. Verses 2. For lo, your enemies make a Talmud, and they that hate you have lifted up the head. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against your people, and consulted against your hidden ones. Verse 4. They have said, Come, let's cut them off from being a nation, so that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
The way that the children of Israel lost their identity, Psalms 83, 1 through 4 kind of describes that. It says that crafty counsel was taken against the children of Israel. And crafty counsel means that they actually plotted, they actually planned, they actually sat around and devised a plan to make Israel, the name, the nationality of the people, be no more. And that fits us exactly because I see no other people on the planet that identity is lost but ours. We are the only people on the planet that don't know who we are.
William Lynch was a slave owner in the West Indies who devised a plan in 1712 that he said would keep the Hebrew slaves in a passive, ignorant state for 300 years. The following is an excerpt from the infamous Willie Lynch letter. Our experts warned us about the possibility of this phenomenon occurring, for they say that the mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time if it can touch some substantial original historical base. And they advised us that the best way to deal with this phenomenon is to shave off the brute's mental history and create a multiplicity of phenomena of illusions. The Willie Lynch letter.
The Willie Lynch letter. The slave owner from the West Indies wrote to other slave owners in the Americas. Now, other people say, well, this was something that was not true. This was a made-up letter. But we look at what the letter says, and we look at what it contains, and we know that this process have been put upon our people, so we know that what's written in the Willie Lynch letter is, in fact, true.
And if you take a look at the Willie Lynch letter and do any type of research on it, and he wasn't the only slave owner. This whole address of Willie Lynch was for other slave owners to practice this also, and you'll find the words that he wrote and spoke. He was saying that we have to keep these slaves from touching any historical base of their true culture and identity, and create abundance of delusions to keep us blind, so that we have no interest in even researching who we are. Because if so, the mind can recorrect itself, and therefore you will no longer be the spiritual and mental slave as we have so many people today within the Israelite nation.
Willie Lynch put in place, when you read the Making of a Slave, how he did it, his plan has been executed. We have, if you look at everything that he written in that book, has been manifested. They put the light-skinned black versus the dark-skinned black.
Everybody on the planet have a country. They have a country they're from, and they have a nationality within that country. But we are called African Americans, and actually that's two continents. That's, you know, the North American continent and the continent of Africa.
So what are we?
We're Americans. We are in America. We're born in America. Our birth certificate is from American society. That means that we are citizens of America, so we are Americans.
I don't consider myself African American. No, I don't consider myself white. I don't consider myself Asian, Hispanic, Somalian, or nothing. I consider myself to be a black American. Why? Because I was born in America. My mother was born in America. My dad was born in America, and their parents was born in America. You know, and their parents was born in America. You know.
You are the one who are brainwashed because you believe that you're an American. You believe that you're an African American. You believe that you're black. You call yourselves bywords and proverbs. You affectionately call yourself a nigger, but you get upset when someone else calls you a nigger. How stupid is that?
America is a continent with separated into three parts: North, Central, and South. So you say, I am an American, which only means that you live on the continent of America. People in Mexico are Americans. Canadians are Americans. People who live in South America are Americans because they live on the continent of America. But yet, when we talk about the nationality, which relates to a country, who are you? Who are you? Where did you come from? Africa is